Hello there, Internet. Welcome back to NoSkill Entertainment, the NoSkill podcast. We are back once again at it again. How are you doing, you beautiful heathens and sheathens? Everything good? How's your mama? Hope she's doing well. As I said, we are NoSkill Entertainment, and I am your host, DJ, and I'm joined by the usual suspects. We're going to start over here to my left, your right. Frazier. Hi.
What's up?
And then over here, the big man with the beautiful mane, Darv. Brandon,
What's up?
how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great.
Did you just shampoo your mane? It looks very nice. That's a new coat. I like it.
Okay.
And then, of course, the mean green dabbing machine, Mikey.
Hello, everyone. I am here to be mature and not make furry jokes. I'm doing my best.
Like the top of a bottle. That's cat. Anyway,
That's very cat.
welcome back. Welcome back to the NoSkill podcast, y'all. I hope everybody's doing well. Today, it's going to be a little bit different. I know for the most part, when it comes to our podcast, we try to stick to one topic and then we derail and talk about everything else. Now, that's the actual intention. We actually have multiple topics to talk about today, and hopefully we can get through a good chunk of them without getting too sidetracked like we normally do. That's probably foreshadowing. We're going to get sidetracked. Love you. But first up, one of the things that I really want to talk about, because we were talking about it a little bit before we hit the record button, because we are absolutely professional, and we love to save the topics for when we're recording. No, we're not. The thing that broke yesterday, or at least since I found out yesterday, Ninja making possibly one of the biggest power moves of all time. He has walked away from Twitch. He is a free agent, and now he has decided to stream on like 4 or 5 different platforms, like Twitch, YouTube, Snapchat, and TikTok. I know at a minimum, and I believe there's like 1 or 2 more that he's going to be streaming on at the same time.
Yeah, this man
What are your
literally.
guys' thoughts on that?
He literally bought out his contract just so he can be everywhere. Literally everywhere. He's going
I gotta
for
respect
max exposure right now.
Hey,
He's going for the
Do what you gotta
monopoly of he's everywhere, but he's nowhere because he's not tied to one platform. So he has options to go wherever the hell he wants. Well, wherever the hell he wants.
Although,
By the way, I'm going to do this on recording. I'm going to do this on recording right now. What is your mic being synced up to? Since I didn't do it in advance.
this headset right here.
All right. Because if you watch the
Hopefully.
last podcast, which
You
you
got
should
me fucking paranoid.
absolutely should, it's out now.
no, he's gonna go check it.
The most
Because
we
for those of
ever
you
learned
that-
about him. Uh-oh. Guys, I
Okay.
just got a Wi-Fi notification on my headset.
We're good. This is
Everything's
going.
going wrong because Scupped is our standard here in NoSkill. But for those of you, just to catch you up to speed, if you haven't seen the newest episode of the podcast, his mic did what it did in the 3rd episode. It completely defaulted back to the other microphone he uses across the fucking house. Isn't it wonderful? Love it. Anyway, Ninja basically playing Monopoly when it comes to this whole live streaming thing. I have a hard time keeping consistency on streaming on my own channel on Twitch. What in this kid's mind said I can stream on 6 sites at the same time? Like
My
how?
kid that
How do you not-
just that he can, and that he basically said, interaction with fans and the chat be damned, because he isn't gonna keep track of all of those chats. He's just gonna stream.
He hated keeping up with his chat on Twitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair.
So he's just gonna
Exactly.
stream.
It
He
seems like
isn't gonna do
With
shit.
his following.
He's just gonna play.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I mean, respect and secure the bag, because he's about to make on top of just him being Ninja, he's going to make so much money. It is disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure it should be illegal.
Ungodly amount. I don't know about illegal. He's just smart. Like,
No, it shouldn't be
I know
illegal.
people-
I'm just jealous.
Oh no, it's a power move. It's
I know people
fucking-
aren't gonna like this.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I know people aren't gonna like this comparison, but he really is the Elon Musk of the streaming scene right now, doing a lot
Oh,
of
no,
shit
you're
that's
absolutely
gonna
right.
make people angry. But it's gonna work for him. At the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, he's gonna make money, and that's what he's planning to do. I'm not a big
Like
Ninja fan,
him-
but he's who
Sorry,
else?
finish.
DJ, who else? No, I want to know. Who
No, I was
you're
just gonna
compare him
say-
to.
No, I was just gonna say between like him and Disguised Toast, where everybody thought Toast was making a wrong decision by leaving Twitch and going to Facebook GG, until I think he leaked how much his contract with Facebook was, and let's just say it was Sniper Wolf type of money. Like they were paying him some ducats to go to YouTube.
I was just watching Toast the other day, and he's doing well. He's doing very well.
Yeah, this man, that guy is paid. He's got nothing to worry about.
That's why I find it so. Maybe it's just me, and this is where I'm a cynical critic. Maybe even a boomer. Maybe even an asshole when I say this. But when I look at the screen, I see some of these guys on there, and like your Disguised Toast and your Ninjas, your Pokemans, and whoever else gets above 30,000 viewers a fucking stream. Really didn't want to say
That was a
her.
weird ass.
Didn't want to. Okay.
But yes, her as well. But my mindset just immediately goes to, again, this is where it might be boomer asshole logic on my part of like, you already know that this person, I can't even say has secured the bag. They've secured the duffel bag. They've secured the sack. They are there set, and then my mindset goes to, what makes you still want to throw them $1, $2, $3, $4, $5? Like, why? What are they gonna do with it?
I don't know.
Go
At
buy
a
a
certain
soda.
level, I get where you're coming from, but the
H2O
whole
bling.
point of the whole point of the fan interaction is being able to support people you like. You shouldn't stop because they're successful. Maybe
true.
you should spread it around and be like, all right, you know what? He's had enough. Let's go see what insert streamer here is doing, and I think that should be spread out more. But I kind of get what you're saying. It doesn't make sense for the streamer with 80,000 viewers to be in the same bracket as the guy with 20.
I mean, that also kind of comes into the conversation of just how streams work in general, especially on Twitch. Like, people have their set streamer that they watch, and then maybe a couple others that, unless the that said streamer's off, but they don't explore, they don't move away, they don't do shit. They just stay in those Twitch live streams, and everyone else on Twitch, the people with no viewer to maybe one viewer, don't get any of that viewership because of how people are. They just stick to one streamer.
Oh, look at Tommy in it and XQC. They gross like easily over 100,000 active viewers every stream. Like they will hit triple digits without fail, damn near every single time.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Tommy in it's cool.
And I
like his
only
outlandish
care for
personality.
XQC when he rages.
In which case, I'll just go to YouTube and Google an XQC
Basically.
rage dodge. Other than that, it's him stuttering for 6.5 hours.
No
Oh, wait,
comment on that.
Never mind.
one.
I was about to throw out somebody else. All right.
Just out me
So
like
now that
that's cool.
I can look left, and I realize that there's a martial arts master next to me.
Yeah.
What do you think about? Because do you pay attention to Twitch a lot, or no?
Not so much outside of our buddy's stream, Dirtle.
Okay.
But other than that, really nothing else. Go
Shout
check
out
out
Dirtle.
Dirtle Kingdom. Yeah. Other than that, really
We love
not
you.
much else. There's a few times I'll kick on there and it'll be like, oh, it's whatever's trending. I'm like, all right, I'm kind of bored. I'll just watch this, see what it is. So I am one of the people that will roam around and just, all right, but I do know what you're saying where people will be like, I'm only watching this person. If they're off, I'll maybe go to this person, and then that's it.
Yep.
But other than that, I really don't keep up with much of it. It's
Not
more like I'm
outside of-
bored. I don't have anything to watch. I don't have. Oh, sorry. I don't have anything to like watch on Netflix, like any of the big streaming services and shit like that. I'll go to Twitch. So,
Mhm.
other than that, I really
Like, okay, I
I'm
got
just
nothing in
more
the
or less
sub
listening to
boxes.
how it is. Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Understandable, respectable. See, outside of me personally, and I want to get you guys' opinions on like what you would normally watch if you were, perusing Twitch or YouTube.
Yeah.
But like outside of your main VTubers, which I believe I spoke about this on a podcast way back when. I've been thrown violently into this VTuber rabbit hole. Shout out Lily.
Yeah.
But by the way, I hope the rest of those cleaning supplies came in. Really hope. So
I love how excited he was. Package! What the hell, Amazon?
Yo, yeah,
dude, that was perfect ADD. Talking to chat and then all of a sudden, package! Fuck! But so outside of your main, outside of like the VTubers, but even then, I watch multiple VTubers. I watch essentially all of them at this point. But if we're going past, the 2D waifus, I do watch a lot of. I think my preference is smaller streamers. Like I'm talking under. I'd even gauge under 500 concurrent viewers. Like again, one of my biggest ones. People that know me, I've been subbed to Heavenly Father for almost 2 years now, and I think the most I've seen him have in viewer count was, I want to say 238 people when he was doing his vanilla playthrough of Yakuza 0. Great game, by the way.
I bet that was a great stream.
Oh yeah, him all of a sudden like wanting to talk shit to. For those that haven't played Yakuza 0, there's this NPC that walks around who has a shit ton of money. All you have to do is beat him in a fight, and he gives it to you. Other side of that coin is if he beats you, he robs you blind. So all of a sudden, Heavenly's just like, "Hey yo, big man!" Proceeds to get his ass kicked, and he's just like, "Wait, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding," and tries to run away from the fight. Can't do it. But again, back to the topic of this, is he maybe had 240 people in that entire stream, and I've never seen him go above that in the 2 years that I've been watching it. Then you'll have the likes of, again, XQC, Tommy Innit, Tubbo, all those guys that play on the Dream SMP, where they all gauge well over 25K per stream. Like, how do you keep up with the chat when you have that many people talking at the same time? Or do you just sack it off and say, fuck it?
At that point, you either don't, or you just maybe see one message and then you'll say that.
Yeah,
but
that's what I was about to
at
say.
that point, that chat is going so fast, you might as well just pick the messages that you maybe catch, or just don't at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I've seen some of those. It's just like boom, 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 boom. Yeah, sorry.
Well, when a lot of streamers get that big, they only start replying to the text-to-speech messages or the highlighted messages. Because other than that, it looks like the source code from the Matrix. You're not going to be able to read all of that and still do whatever you're doing.
Before it like hits the top of the scroll and then it's gone. Lost to the ether.
Lost.
It's for like one of the... it was like one of those big Minecraft updates where they were involving Ultron, which I haven't played. Did I say Minecraft?
Fortnite.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about Fortnite?
Okay, Fortnite.
You meant Fortnite?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I meant to say, if I said Minecraft, I'm sorry. I meant Fortnite. I haven't played Fortnite since season 3. Okay, so I don't know anything. I haven't played any of the maps. I don't know any of the new guns they brought in. All I know is for some reason during this one like really big Fortnite event that wasn't one of the concerts, which I did tune in for the concerts. I thought the concerts were really cool. Even Ariana Grande's. But next thing you know, there's like I tuned into Nick Merck's stream because for some reason Nick Merckx had over 500,000 people watching his stream.
What the hell?
Because he was streaming the Fortnite event.
Lord.
Jesus.
God
500,000 people. Now, on the other end, even though he still is a it's like he's a very successful streamer, but take the comparison of Nick Merckx is 500,000 people watching that stream, watching this Fortnite event. Then flip it to YouTube where you have Courage JD. Shout out to you, Courage. He maybe had 3K watching his YouTube stream doing the exact same shit. Do you think that was like a creator thing? Because they're both creators. Hell, one of them, they're both owners of a team. What made that everybody want to float to Nick Merckx's stream compared to Jack's? Jack is Courage, by the way.
It could.
For those that don't know.
Well, one, I would probably say a big factor, and it would probably be the fact that Twitch is the main streaming platform. Though it is slowly changing, YouTube is slowly getting to where it needs to be, but like it's very slow going. They're just adding stuff that a lot of features that Twitch has had for years now. They're just adding features, and ironically, Twitch is removing some, but whatever. But
We won't talk about that.
It's a conspiracy.
I don't
But,
give
like-
a shit. I'm not on Twitch.
yeah, shit. I mean, hell, at this
I
point,
am,
I'm,
damn it.
at this point, I'm thinking about going to YouTube for the streams. I mean, come on. But anyways, but I think that that's like a big part of it is that Twitch has that, you know, primo streaming website attached to it. On top of which, when someone is trending as much as like Nick would be for that event with that many viewers, he would probably be on front page of Twitch right there and for everyone to see.
He'd be the recommended shit.
Yeah. And sadly, something like YouTube, they don't have something like that yet. They don't have like a page or a tab dedicated to just live streams yet. So that definitely plays a huge part in discoverability. And like I said, on Twitch, if you're the trending and hot stream, you're going to be right there front and center. Especially for a game like
that's
Fortnite.
one thing. Oh, yeah. I just want to interject this right here. That's why, especially when it comes to Twitch, I love the fact that they have the two, at least for the Xbox Twitch app, where I basically live. There's the recommended for you, essentially based off of your recent searches, because all of my recommended is if it's not a VTuber, it's Connor, and if it's not Connor, it's Nags. CDog VA and Nags is Nags, with 3 Z's. But then below that is the just straight recommended. Here's the biggest people that are streaming right now, and for some reason, I get a lot of League of Legends players.
Well, because there's a lot of huge League of Legends streams.
It's been a really big thing. I used to actually play League of Legends years
too.
ago with some buddies that are actually
Yeah.
decent. Yeah, they were actually decent, and I was not good at it at all. But it was more just I got to hang out with the buddies.
True.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I
League
can
of
see
Legends
like
is-
League of
yeah.
Legend players pop up so often.
Yeah, especially
It's-
considering
oh, yeah.
that League of Legends is always consistently one of the top streamed games. It always has a huge watch follow base. Like, if it's not like Fortnite
They
or
have a fucking tournament
Warzone,
every 2 weeks.
exactly,
dude,
because
so-
the competitive
they have a
scene
world
is
tournament, too.
healthy, and people care about that shit. I mean, hell, they got major teams on it. You think of freaking League of Legends, you think of
Cloud9.
I don't know, fucking TSM.
Cloud9
I
is
or-
was
good,
one of them. Yeah, they were my favorite because they had like the best mid in my opinion.
You have Cloud9, you got
This is where I
100
get lost.
Thieves.
Sorry,
You got 100 Thieves now.
sorry, mid lane. It was.
I mean, you got like TSM, you got the Fnatic.
Team solo mid.
There's just a
Yeah,
whole
Team
bunch
Solo
of
mid.
G2 and G2. I mean, you have a
Sorry,
lot
G2.
of huge
They're good.
team names attached to the pro scene, and that's constantly throwing tournaments.
Oh, we have a finger.
Finger.
Yeah, we have a finger.
I have a point to make, and feel free to correct me in the comments. If I remember right, Brazil now plays more league than soccer.
Yes, I heard something.
Surpassed their national
was-
pastime in popularity.
It was Brazil.
Think about how crazy that is. Think about it. A national pastime has been surpassed by a video game, and the competitive scene is so alive down there.
That shows how crazy
Madness.
popular gaming has become, especially after this whole like past 2 years. People have now gotten slammed into gaming, and sure, there are some places or some cases where viewership and like player numbers have dwindled because everything is starting to open up again. But in that 2 years, people needed something to do, and so people went to video games. And now there is a whole huge percentage of people now that love playing video games all of a sudden, and especially places like Brazil that just happen to be League of Legends.
Hold up.
Yeah,
can I add a
esports
point
is-
onto that too. Was that there's been a huge shift just with like, especially with what happened the last 4 years or whatever, COVID and all that shit. A lot of like the mindset of towards games, like, oh, they're bad or that makes you lazy, have shifted to like this is a viable thing to like just like make money off of, do competitively, de-stress and all this shit, which is really nice.
But it also is a bad
'Cause-
thing, because if you actually been paying attention to like jobs and employment and all that, the people don't want to work now. And there are
That's
places
Yeah.
that are crazy understaffed. My work is one of them, but there's places all over the place that need staffing, but people just don't want to work now. And
My
now
shop
they
has
want
been
to
running with 2 technicians for the whole building for 2 weeks.
That's one of them right
I'm
there.
well aware.
yeah. Now
That is
people are
one of
trying
the
to.
3, because those other 2 are 2 and a
Yeah,
one and a
now
half.
people are trying to do like the whole YouTube or trying to become a Twitch streamer or a huge TikToker. Like that's just how people are doing shit now, because it's apparently
and
Well, that and the rise of
and it was extreme too. And I do agree with you on that point. What I'm saying is mainly because like when I was growing up, it was like, oh my, especially with my parents being the way they were, was it's bad, it's evil, it's gonna turn me violent, and they're like, oh, it's not that bad actually. Like my mom's always on her fucking phone playing a goddamn mobile game, and it's like, but you would have berated me 5 years
is it
ago for
Candy
that shit.
Crush.
No, it's
Because
not. It's
now-
some other like farm weird angel mythic game. I don't know.
No idea.
I didn't even bother asking. I don't
No,
know.
because now, like I
It looks
said,
like
it's
she's
just becoming
it looks
more.
like she's going like this. She's like putting her finger on the screen, going like this. Bunch of stuff happens, but then there's like a battle, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore.
Now I
Yeah.
want to know. I'm curious. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
ask her. She's across the street.
Yeah, that should just knock on
And
my
that's
old
be-
window.
It's because well, it's because gaming now is becoming more and more socially acceptable, and then the entirety of esports, whether it be for like you're playing for a team or you're just wanting to casually pick up streaming and YouTubing, it was. As you said, it was something to do, and then also what the other downsides is when people start discovering, hey, this could actually turn into something lucrative for me. And now all of a sudden, all your newer consoles are sold out and are still sold out.
Yep.
Computer parts are flying off of the shelves to where now we don't know the next time we'll be able to upgrade our PCs, or if we can, that pricing is ungodly.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I was looking at processors because
Fair.
I'm looking to upgrade my processor from an 8 to a 16, and just for a 16 is like $500 to $600, which with
Mhm.
like a couple years ago that was like maybe $200, $300.
Well, give it a minute. They're gonna drop a new one, AMD specifically, and holy hell, is it a tank? Well, I don't recommend getting that one. The prices are gonna drop for the older ones.
I
Because
mean,
if I remember right, they compared it to Intel, and they were beating every category by 25% minimum.
Damn.
hopefully, because if it does, then I might just get that instead.
Brandon
what you
about
guys
to
should
ball
do?
out on a bad boy.
Just do like a full, like maybe like little mini cast or something like that, where you guys just go over your specs of like your gaming laptops and stuff like that. Just so that other people
Laptops.
wonder,
I don't want anybody to know.
Laptops, you say? Let me tell you about my built PC, my friend. Anyways,
That's what I'm talking about.
next. Anyways,
I
we're
bought
going
mine from Best Buy.
going a
Yeah,
little
we
away
moved
from
way
this.
off.
Yeah, let me
We're
reel it
up
back.
there
This
Reel it
mother-
back.
and
this
way in the
motherfucker.
background.
Let me
This motherfucker got an
What?
omen.
let me reel it
Doing the
back. But no, so
Hey,
back to the whole.
Best Buy. Keep going.
Go.
Now back to the whole, streaming and how like the climate differences between between YouTube and Twitch are quite visible. The last thing that I heard that YouTube was trying to do was incorporate because now you had the whole becoming a member, which is the Twitch variant of subscribing. So
Mhm.
I think the last thing that I heard over a year ago is that now YouTube's trying to incorporate their version of gifting a sub, so gifting a membership to other people in the chat. And that's great. I wish you hurry up on that, because that's one of the big things that a lot of people tune into Twitch streams for, is they might get gifted a sub. Granted, and Mikey, you can attest to this, because a certain pup, we end up getting gifted subs to her channel without even tuning in. I watched maybe 5 minutes of Buff Pup's stream. Next thing I know, it's just like, oh, so and so gifted you a sub. What?
I was tuning in. Speak for yourself. I was there.
I had her on for 5 minutes because then afterwards, at that point, Heavenly Father went live. He was doing an early stream because he was doing a charity stream. And I'm like, I gotta go support the boy. Well, she has 5,000 viewers. He's gonna have 200.
Fair. No, that's fair. And there is a formula to it. A lot of people don't believe me, but there's a formula for getting gifted subs. And all you need is I highlight my message and enough channel points to redeem for that, and a good sense of humor. And I guarantee you will get a gifted sub from the streamer you want every single month, because the community's there to look out. There's people there to do the donation, do the gift, be part of this scene. And if you're funny, and I know DJ, you would be slaying if you start applying this, people will gift you subs. Whether it's, I made a joke about Heavenly when he would pop into Ame's stream. I got a sub for both.
I'd like to point out I've never spoken in Buff Pup's chat at all, and then Zentrea, never spoken in her chat, and I've been gifted 3 subs.
No. Remember, you lit her up for using paper plates.
Oh yeah, literally during that stream. But I'm talking when I got the first 3 gifted subs, I had not said a fucking word.
This man made one of the biggest streamers on the scene just stop. All momentum, all morale, just pure anger.
You haven't lived to see a 3D model VTuber. You have not lived until you've seen a 3D model VTuber throw her hands up in anger, and all you hear is, "I hate it here. God damn it."
Shit.
Pretty good impression.
I'll let you realize then. But no, so YouTube is now wanting to, or at least hopefully soon, incorporating their own version of, gifting a sub. But, and I know we spoke about this off camera, which is what now I want to talk about it again on camera, because I want your guys' opinion too. The discoverability, and this is just in my opinion, for trying to find a live stream on YouTube is not there. I get recommended live stream gaming channels more on Facebook than I do on YouTube.
Same.
Like the likes of Dr. Disrespect, Tim the Tap Man, is Dr. Lipo on YouTube now?
I think he is.
I
think he is too.
Yeah, I think he did get a contract.
Some of the biggest names on live streaming on YouTube, even though Dr. D doesn't have a contract. But I never get recommended the channels. I actually have to go actively type in and search for them. So what's your guys' take on the discoverability of trying to find a live streaming YouTube channel / event?
All right, let me just cut in here. I feel that if YouTube actually applied themselves, which is asking a lot, by the way, they need to put in a specific page for YouTube live streams. Make it a tab or just anything. Just make it sure that people can see it and people know that there is a section for live streams and they can go there if they so choose. I think that would make discoverability a lot better, and people would actually see people live streaming on YouTube, because just like you said, all I see are just videos, and maybe occasionally I'll see maybe one live stream, and probably Tim the Time Man, because I love you, Tim, but that's just really it, and that's just on occasion.
I just want to point out, no, fuck Tim. I'm there. I'm watching the stream for Kevin. Stop abusing him. Hashtag stop Kevin abuse. Anyway, I love you, really, Tim. But
that's why I kind of feel that
So, Mike,
Twitch
you have-
is better, like for at least right now, discoverability wise, kinda. Because let's be honest, a lot of people, like I just said, don't go out and search up other streams. They just go with whoever they like. I would say the availability on Twitch is there. Just your discoverability when you're very small and just starting out is very, very slim. Because there's a lot of people doing the same thing you're trying to do, and they all probably have 0 to no viewers, just like you. And then on YouTube, it's maybe people will see you on their recommended feed. That, or they're trying to actively look for you. That's just kind of how it goes.
So here it is. The both have great potential, but it seems more like a on purple side, it's I'm sticking with who I know, and on red side, it's I can't find shit.
Basically.
Now, Mikey, I want to pick your brain. What are your thoughts on this?
I'd like to get it out in the air that I wasn't getting really close to Brandon for scare tactics. I was leaning over to look at my PC screen. I just want to get that out.
I wasn't going to say anything. I saw it all go down, but I was like, we're just going to play it off like
I was
nothing
like, okay.
But
now that you brought it up,
happens.
What were you looking at?
So I was going to make a quick addendum to what you were saying. Is YouTube has implemented a live page. On the left side, you have to be logged in, of course, and this is on PC. The Xbox one is much harder to find. Using an Xbox or a PlayStation interface, way harder to find live streams.
Okay.
Mobile, I don't know actually. I don't watch live streams on mobile. I should find out. But if you're on PC or Windows, whatever, on the left side of the screen, you do have to scroll down. So it'll be past your normal stuff, past your recommended, or not recommended, past your subscribed, past your recommended. All the way at the bottom, there's a tab that says live. It will bring you to live streams, and it's a jumbled mess. There's random BS stuff, gaming all the way at the bottom, life, hobbies, and it does not give you a massive selection. It gives you like 40 randos, and they'll be at the end of the spectrum from 60,000 plus viewers to 400 plus viewers to 100 plus viewers. I'm pulling these numbers off of my screen right here.
Okay, so
it's hard to find specific things.
Okay, so since the last time, because I don't really watch YouTube on my PC all that often. All I use it for is to upload videos, and maybe on occasion whenever I'm not doing anything. But of course, like what you said, it's all the way at the bottom, so that's probably another reason why I didn't see it. I feel like they just need to just make it, one, easier to find, and two, that jumbled mess, they need to fix that.
That I will agree 100%, because I don't know about you guys. I do follow people who stream on Twitch, or not Twitch, YouTube's exclusively. Combat Vet Paul, a lot of YouTubers, people like that. And finding them initially, like DJ said, you have to single that one out, find it, subscribe. There you are. After that, trying to explore and find other stuff, it's a bit of a rabbit hole, literally, because you click on one, oh, you like that? On the right side of the screen, you might also like these people who are also live in a similar-ish category. Sometimes they're wrong. And it could be streamlined. It could be done so much better, the same way Twitch does it, the same way there's category and breakdowns. I feel like YouTube's getting there, but they're still very early on, and it's really going to depend on what move they make in the future. That's going to determine, do they beat the big purple giant, or do they stay kind of this weird niche spin-off thing?
Like
I think they can do it.
I wish Fwiz was still in YouTube and didn't get promoted to Google, because honestly, he was a big reason why a lot of it was pushed through, and a lot of the good things that happened to YouTube gaming happened is because of Fwiz. But now he's gone, so he has nothing. He has no say in it anymore. I hope the people that replaced him, it was the same passion, but so far they're just adding things here and there. Is most of them good? I just feel that they're not doing it fast enough. It's very slow going.
I'd like to just point this out right now. Just gonna stop everything dead in its tracks real quick. Please, for the love of God, don't take what we're saying here as thinking that we're trying to harp on Twitch or YouTube. No, we're not. We're just a couple of users that have noticed a couple of things, and we have opinions on them that we want to express, things that we think could help benefit the platform or both platforms as a whole. So please don't take this out of context and thinking that, oh yeah, they're just shitting on Twitch and YouTube, even though they upload to YouTube and 2 of them stream on Twitch. No, we're just a few guys that have noticed that there's a couple issues, in our opinion, that need to be addressed and dealt with. Just wanted to get that one out there. Just a little disclaimer. And now, Sensei.
Yes.
So how do you feel? Like, had you ever tried to tune into like a YouTube live stream? Had you ever ran across it randomly?
Actually, yeah. Well, so not randomly, but it wasn't by searching it either. It was more like I clicked on a video, and then in my recommended there was like a live stream going on, and they were it was Star Wars related, so I automatically clicked on it. I was like, oh, that's cool. Let's see what's happening. Yes, yeah. If it's anime, Star Wars, it's me. I'll click on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what I'm about. God, this was so long ago. I just remember clicking on it, and it was like a weird interface. But again, this was old interface, so they probably updated it since then. But it was
Not
like
really.
a click, and then it would okay. Okay, because it felt like I clicked in, and I was like, it felt like I was like 10 seconds behind everything else. It just like I would type something in, and then I didn't ever see it like pop up into the chat, because it was like one of those like open public ones. So it was just I looked at the I don't really talk in the in Twitch chat at all. But when I'm sitting there, I'm seeing people like them respond almost in like real time. So maybe the sync just feels better for me for Twitch versus YouTube. But
it could also have been an
with Twitch,
option.
you have the ability to. Yeah, with Twitch, there is also an option to actually either have it set to you can react to what people are saying in real time, or you can actually delay it. Which, especially with delaying it, that's to stop streamers that are in competitive games like Warzone, because they don't want to get stream sniped. Granted, I know a couple of Warzone players that love getting stream sniped, because 9 times out of 10 it's a free kill plus guns and money. Not going to name any names. You know who you are. You should be ashamed.
Damn. Okay. That felt personal, DJ.
I mean, it's true though.
I'm not
That
saying
aside,
it's not.
when are we going to stream snipe Dirtle? I'm so down. Just not tell him everybody rock up AKs loaded.
Alright, let me know when
Get
he's
him banned from Valorant again for cussing.
Let me know when he's on Valorant. I'll hop in.
I gotta download that.
Remember
I'll
he
do it
sent
with
me-
you. I'm down.
Remember he sent me that clip where he's just like, I don't know, you should play it on stream. I say the fuck word a lot. And I'm like, yeah, so do I, dude. Let's fucking watch it right now. And then I just hear, fuck you. And I'm like, oh, there's conviction in there. Never mind. I'm going to mute myself.
Good idea.
Only Dirtle can make only Dirtle can make the fuck word sound like a slur. I'm like, holy shit. There's
Yeah, what's funny
there's
is
some
you say
snarl
that,
in
and
that.
knowing that I know what he looks like, I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
Try being his dungeon master.
Or you
D&D,
spend 2 hours talking
nothing
yourself through a
sexual,
rap
nothing
battle.
sexual. Relax. Put your lotion down. Hey,
He never met Bree. I wish
See
he
you.
would have.
Wait, who?
I'm trying to stop our fans from going ape
DJ.
shit.
Oh yeah,
And I'm trying
there's still a
to stop
chance.
our fans from going ape shit.
Yeah.
You know what, man? I feel like if there was somebody who's going to be labeled as a degenerate, it's definitely not me.
No.
I mean, it is you, but it's just the fact that Dirtle's a much bigger one.
Just make awkward eye contact with Brandon for as long as possible.
Are you trying to say
And then
something?
there's just Manda, who's just a sewer dwelling gremlin. But we love him.
Whose
I
mic
don't know if I told you guys
reaches
this.
into his stomach.
I was house sitting for him yesterday, and I clogged his toilet before I left.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Hey, did you wait 45 minutes? Did you wait 45 minutes to tell him?
I still didn't tell him. I just left.
That was a shout out to Dirtle. He knows what he did.
Just like a. Did you just fucking turn in my toilet? Yeah, have fun.
Top and the bottom. Later.
Shoot. The story that we just referenced right there.
No.
Okay.
I have to see these guys tomorrow. Let's not dig the hole too deep.
Hey, one of them's already dead.
So now that we've gotten to vent a little bit about purple and red, and again, we're not harping on them. We're just trying to, as that partake in a lot of social media, at least on the streaming aspect of things. There's things that we've noticed that we would like Twitch and YouTube to work on. And closing note on that is, if it doesn't get fixed, there's nothing we can do about it. If it does get fixed, yay. If it creates other problems, well, shit, we'll figure out something. But next,
man,
one thing that...
I was just gonna say,
No, go
man, with how good technology is getting, I have faith both of them are gonna figure it out eventually. That's just my 2 cents.
I mean,
I think it might take a minute, but
I mean, they might have figured it out by now, but you know how things are, especially when things have gone corporate. Things don't turn out the way you want them to.
That and like, I'm guessing like laws and regulations and stuff, like how stuff has to be done. Do they still have to figure that shit out too?
I mean, we already remember the whole gambling scandal that happened on Twitch.
Yeah, yeah.
That was huge
still
for a while.
happening, but people just don't care anymore. Yeah, it's you're talking about the thing that's still happening now. People just don't care about it anymore because the likes of I want to say it was Trainwreck and Steve Will Do It, where he said, well, yeah, they're paying me to promote the site, but half the time, hence why, and this is where I think that this is actually really cool of them, Steve Will Do It and Trainwrecks, they give away so much money, whether it be like through like actual green, Bitcoin, whatever your opinion is on Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Buying people cars, houses, groceries for the next 3 years. Like Steve Will Do It gave one of his buddies for his mom's cancer research. He just gave him fucking $50K. He's just like, I know this is gonna take up a lot, be a lot for your guys' bill plate. So let me intervene where I can. I thought that, that's really big. That's cool. I respect that. But I think one of my biggest things is when it comes to Twitch, when you hear Twitch, you think, I'm gonna catch so much hell for this. You think gaming, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I still can't wrap my mind. I still can't wrap my mind around the fact that the just chatting section is always hands down the most popular section on a gaming platform. That's why a part of me thinks if we want to keep it back to gaming, I would love to see revitalization of MLG TV.
Yeah. I mean, quite a few pros and especially like team owners have always said like, maybe we should bring it back. Just bring it back, the good old MLG TV. But
yeah, I still remember when Midnight, when she was still playing with Optic, she was on MLG TV running BO2 with Vonderhaar. Daddy.
Yeah.
Never tuned in once.
Or better known as Desert Dave. If you guys know, you know. Shout out to Blame Truth. Anyways.
Yeah, some of us are quite old in this
Oh, I'll one up you. I'm from the days of T squared and straight ripping.
Christ.
Yeah, when the internet was still in diapers.
I mean, I had a Rolodex growing up. It was great.
Do you have a Rolodex that's just colors of your trip pants?
That's not a bad idea. Like, depending on what color
I think
category I
that's
put you in,
great.
it's either I call you immediately, or if you're in the red category, it's I will never talk to you ever again.
No. This is for what outfit you're wearing. You flip through and decide, you know what, this looks good. This is the one.
I would need a lot more colors than that. Okay, before we start talking about my fashion sense. But yeah, so the just chatting section, which yes, I do watch a couple of YouTubers. I do watch a couple of streamers that are just chatting streamers, but it's because they always do stuff like what's his name, Pay Money Wubby, when he does like his grandiose game shows that he hosts.
You guys,
like he had a
Yeah, that
off
is
his
insane.
rocker, has all of these big production things. And then brings on a bunch of special guests where they end up just getting drunk and destroying their stage set. Like, I forgot what I think it was. The Price is Right. He brought on Will Neff, and Will Neff just decides, "Hey, so here's your podium. It's made out of weak wood. I'm gonna take a shot of Fireball, jump up in the air, and elbow drop it from top to bottom." And I'm like,
that is pure content. Pure content right there.
Your content.
for about 3 seconds, I was concerned for Will. I'm like, oh shit. This is a TV screen. I kind of can't exactly give you CPR, but please be alive still. And then as soon as he sits up, he's just like, God shit. Oh, he's good. Fuck him. We're good. Fine. Whatever. I'm gonna go back to being over here. So I can appreciate that, but it's just I guess I just don't care for the ones that are like that literally just sitting on a couch looking at chat waiting for donations. Like, do you remember that one girl that got angry because people didn't have $5?
Oh my
my
god! I was just watched that yesterday.
Rice.
So, dude, somebody made an edit of that, and then it hard cut to Connor. Come on, chat, let's go to the fucking moon. Like divided streamers.
Dude, Connor's another one that I'll tune into when he's just chatting.
I don't even know what the context was. I think he was just yelling at chat because he could.
Are you talking about when he was in his room doing that charity stream?
I think so.
Like he had the suit on and the wheel. Oh yeah, he was doing doing a charity stream, and somebody had just donated like I want to say like $200 or $300, and he was going ape shit.
The divide right there, like oh how dare you, and yo, are you sure? Are you okay?
I still remember Fruit got like a $100 donation. She was just like, no, it wasn't Fruit. It was Melody. Melody was just like Project Melody, by the way. She was just like, are you drunk? You can refund that if you want to. I won't be mad if you didn't mean to actually do that.
Real quick, at the last convention, Adrian wore his Project Melody shirt, and some guy wore the same shirt and walked up, and he's like, "Hey, yo, Project Melody, that's what's up." And Adrian's like, "Hell yeah, brother, science team!" And everybody in like a 30-foot radius stopped and just looked at that guy.
That was fucking great.
Science team.
Science team.
I gotta go back to their website and get some of their merch.
If you don't know, check it out.
Hey, your Project Melody's a fucking gem. Yeah, man, do it. That's why I find it funny with like you have a lot of these creators, whether they're established or not, that are just like, you don't have to. Like I know Heavenly, he has a job outside of being a Twitch partner, and every time people are just like, oh, is it worth me to sub to you? He was on Cabal's stream. They were collabing the Backrooms when Backrooms is still big, and Cabal was just like, Cabal had just gotten a raid from somebody. He was just like, and please go check out Heavenly Father. And Heavenly looks into the camera and he goes, don't literally do anything else with your time and subscribe to him. Chat, literally, you give me that money, I'm going to use it on alcohol. I promise you. You can find better uses for that $5. Man outright actively saying, please go somewhere else.
That's how it is, man.
The man that knows everybody telling everybody to go somewhere else.
It's so funny being in other like really cursed streams and he just shows up. He just pops in out of nowhere when you least expect it, and you're like, "Why is he here?"
It was one of Pup's streams. She was talking shit about him, just like, you know, as friends. And he pops up in chat. You see the little Diamond because he's one of her VIPs, and he goes, "Dude, I'm fucking eating breakfast. What did I just wake up to?" I'm like, oh, dude, not when he's eating the Frosted Flakes. Come on, let him wake up a little bit. Damn. But again, though, that's the humility and humbleness of some of these streamers. And then you have the likes of this girl who was getting mad at her chat for not subbing to her. One girl, she was angry at her chat because she hadn't received one donation, like one singular donation in 1 hour.
Yeah, that's
she was angry that 60 minutes had passed and she didn't. Not even getting subbed or followed. It was just the fact that nobody donated like actual like money donation to her in an hour. She was still making subs, but she was mad that she wasn't getting outside donations.
Was she like doing anything, or just like sitting there watching chat?
She was playing games. No, she was playing games, but she was more watching her chat to see if she would receive a donation.
Man, you got the wrong mindset.
God.
Then there's me. I have like
she should have played better.
Yeah, this is me. I have like 40 subs. Not subs. I have like 40 followers, and as soon as people watch me and it's now one of my friends, I'm like, you could have gone anywhere else and you ended up here. You could have gone and played jump rope.
Nate,
you could have thrifted a skip it.
Our DJ, our streams have interrupted some very personal things before. I don't know, man. I think you got a gift. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly which story I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yo, Homegirl, if you're still out there, that music list you recommended, that was a banger. Appreciate it.
See, I think I just wish that some of these, especially, and I noticed in a lot in the just chatting section, and there's a couple of them in the gaming section. One of which I won't mention her, but we got to remember that Twitch started out and still is technically a form of free entertainment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like that's why I love Twitch and YouTube is the fact that, especially with Twitch, I can just turn on a live stream, whether I know the person or not, have their voice playing in the background, and now I can go get shit done around my house. Like go do some dishes or some shit. Or when I'm finally done with everything, sit down and actually tune into what's happening. I guess I just don't like the fact that a lot of these streamers have turned it into a, if you don't give me some sort of money monetarily, you're a worthless, cheap human. Nah, dude, it was free entertainment to start. And the key word in that is
free.
Money does make things weird though, and Twitch, I found, well, any streaming service really, can inflate somebody's ego so fast. And like when people start getting dependent, it just snowballs really. And I think there's a good level of, you can tell what kind of person somebody is when they're able to do this for a living and they're still legit, they're still real, they're still doing charity, they're still being kind to other streamers. I think that's why everyone just accepts Mouse as the queen, because she lives by the perfect example of it.
Iron Man.
And then you have, how dare you? You don't have $5? Like, it's a pure night and day difference.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Or,
like Mouse understands. Like
sorry, my brain just shorted. I think it was Snuffy who did the Extra Life charity foundation. You know what I'm talking about?
I think so. Yeah.
She did a stream for that one, and she donated like a lot of money. It was like $8,000 or $10,000, which is insane for a single revenue for a single stream. And
Oh yeah,
that,
nuts.
she could have just made that money on her own, walked away with it. No,
And said,
she
"Fuck
turned
it."
it out. Yeah, no, she went to a hospital, did the extra life thing, donated all of it. They gave her a little plaque with a trophy and her name on it, and she just full on broke down, like cried. It's like the most proud thing in her house. There's some people who do this, and you can tell they're just good ass people.
Yeah, look at when Melody donated. I want to say it was like $5,000 to Mouse's charity
10.
stream.
Melanie
Oh, it was
donated
10?
5, and the science team matched it another 5.
Oh damn!
Fuck yeah, science team.
You go science team.
Go science team. 10K donation.
See, this is why I love Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I love Twitch. You never know what you're gonna find. But before we stay on Twitch and YouTube just a little too long, unless we can keep talking about this, because we can turn this into a whole ass thing.
Teacher, can I
Hi.
speak? Hi. So
Yes.
actually, because the whole just chatting topic you're talking about, I actually want to bring up the fact that among Twitch and YouTube and even Spotify, podcasts have been on the rise and a huge skyrocket into podcasts to the point where even YouTube or even from what I think they want to do, because they have hinted at it for like future updates and maybe even things they might implement, is just a section for podcasts. And
I'll say this much: that was a much better transition than what I was going to do.
See, we're practicing for when it goes official.
Ain't no segue.
We're getting there.
Bitch.
Yeah, I was about to be like, I want to talk about talkie shows like what we're doing right now. He actually smoothly, like butter, just turned it into this.
I was not
Say more.
expecting to do that.
Talk
Anyways.
to me.
Okay. So
Don't do that.
anyways, so especially with like YouTube, I think from what I remember, they were even talking about signing podcasts to their site for like exclusive deals, same how Spotify did it with like Joe Rogan and other podcasts. And I just wanted to pick your guys' brains of what do you think about that? Like, what do you think about the directions that podcasts have taken?
Don't start with
They've
me.
definitely come a long way of like you what I'll just gauge it of like maybe 7-8 years ago where like the podcasts were still around, but they were so hard to find because it was one of those forms of entertainment of, so you're just going to be a bunch of people talking?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't sound fun.
You had to look on blogs. You had to look on iTunes, and those are like your options.
There was no centralized spot or, oh, we're here, we're there. You'd have to like search and find it. God,
Get at the hunt.
Yeah, and now they're everywhere. You can find them fucking everywhere.
Like there's this one great podcast that I listen to quite often. It's called the NoSkill podcast. It's great. You should listen to it on YouTube and Spotify.
Yeah, I like that podcast as well.
Shameless little plug. I'm a whore.
He just gone.
You pushed him on that bed. Jesus Christ.
He's like, I'm done. I'm out. Fuck you. Later.
We're not. We're not on Spotify or YouTube. Oh, yeah, we definitely are.
Oh no, we are.
Oh, we are.
Sorry, just had to do the shameless plug. I'm like, you know what? I was just like, you know what? The guys are gonna see this coming a mile away.
Yeah, I'm good. Ignore me. Nothing happened.
Yeah, I was like, the guys are gonna see this coming a mile away, and one of them was gonna stop me. And when you guys didn't stop me, I was like, well, this is gonna be sick. But yes, you absolutely should check out the podcast on either YouTube or Spotify because we're kind of funny people. Hi, how you doing? I'm a girl. But now podcasts
How redundant
have.
is it in the podcast to tell them about the podcast. It's like we're in Inception.
That is so
This is
redundant. I feel
We're
dirty,
podcast
man.
talking about.
No, we've. It's
Tell
a
you
glitch
what,
in the
check out our
Matrix.
TikTok, check out our YouTube shorts, check those out.
Oh, I'm gonna
Check
get
out the
into that
Twitch
one
channel.
too here in a second. But I will say
Check out
say
the
this
Twitch
much when it comes to podcasts, I think now podcasts have come such a long way. I love the fact that they are a form of mainstream entertainment because I can't tell you how many podcasts I'm attached to on Spotify. Like on top of being on top of following ours, I have like the Flycast, a couple members from Optic, the Optic podcast, the Misfits podcast, the Unsubscribed podcast with Donut Operator, Red Web from Achievement Hunter, and Jeff and Gavin's Fuckface. They actually have a podcast called Fuckface.
Yep.
I'm aware.
And I think it's great because I do find it entertaining when it's just whether it's 2, 3, or 5 people. Sometimes with us, it's 5 or 6 people. Just sitting down, shooting the shit, and picking each other's minds. I dig it now because now it gives you a little bit more of a deeper inside thought of who this person is or who this group of people are. If that makes any sense.
I think I get what you're saying. I think the better way to put it is it's a more direct connection. It's not so much an entertainer creating an image. It's just a motherfucker being a motherfucker. There's no smoke and mirrors. There's no production. It's a person in a chair with a microphone. Very similar situation. A little more direct, I guess. I didn't explain that any
That was
better.
the best description. It's just
I mean, it was better, but it was a little better, but not very far.
My Joey Diaz
But then
took
some of
over
these-
right there. And it's just bringing.
But then some of these podcasts will have like a theme to them, like Red Web, where Alfredo and Trevor they'll talk about conspiracy theories or murder cold cases from way back when, including the Headless Horseman. To this one that I found called Annual Pass, where all they do is talk about amusement parks and amusement park rides. That's it. Now, I have ADD. We all here have some form of deficit disorder because we try to talk about one thing and then we go on a tangent about something else for another 20 minutes. Kind of like, wait, has that podcast come out? Yeah, it just came out. We tried to talk about rap music and we still went back to rock music because we can't keep track. Welcome to NoSkill. But so that's why I give respect to the people that can keep one topic, and that's your entire spiel, if you will. That's what you guys do. But that's why I'm giving so much praise to podcasts now, is they have become one of the most elite forms of entertainment, to where you'll have certain podcasts like Joe Rogan's beating out active music artists, like some of the most elite musical artists, in concurrent listeners on Spotify. And I just find it amazing, to be honest. Granted, he's off his fucking rocker, but some of his podcasts are entertaining.
I mean, hell,
oh, they're so good. I love them.
Even TikTok, a short form video app or site, people are starting to promote podcasts through short form videos. I mean, shit, we've even started to do it, where now we're actually promoting our podcast through TikTok now. And it's a huge
Dude,
tag,
you got a little bit of a teaser.
TikTok. Yeah, it's a huge tag on TikTok.
Live as of this recording.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go check it out. Right now. Pause this, go watch TikTok, then come back. Or don't. Do what you want. Live free. Die hard.
Bruce Willis.
Okay.
But again, short form entertainment was, please, heaven above, bring back Vine. Vine is what started this shit.
You know they're not going to
They
do
had a
that.
perfect formula. They had the
I
perfect
dude, just
one,
like
though.
Scalebound, I'm gonna hold out hope. Okay. At one point, they had this site called Byte, BYTE, that lasted 3 days, and it was 6-second comedy too.
3 days.
Well, because dude, like all of a sudden, so one of the big Viners who, when Vine went away, Vine wasn't even cold and dead in the ground yet, and all of a sudden, all these other websites are coming up, just like, oh yeah, we're gonna be short form comedy as well. And I believe, actually, I still won't say his name because I think he's in some bullshit now too. But he was promoting Byte, saying that he was going to be on Byte just as much as he was on Vine. I check out Byte, and I'm like, what the fuck is this formatting? This sucks. This fucking sucks.
Fuck. What was that other website called? Remember, Storyfire, I think it was called?
Oh yeah, that was a McJuggernuggets stab at making a social media platform. Not social media platform, a media platform.
Yeah,
Blech.
that kind of
that was McJuggernuggets' project. Because at this point now, YouTube and Twitch are the staples, and you're not going to be able to take them down. Oh yeah, and Instagram too. Because Instagram videos and then
Twitch?
TikToks, and they basically have the same thing. Yeah, I said Twitch. Did I say Twitch?
Okay.
Let me know in the comment section if I said Twitch. But yeah, short form entertainment. Vine was the king of it because, and what I love about Vine, you had such a short amount of time to pack in as much content as possible. And I'm not talking about just like, the funny content creators like your King Batches and your Marlon Webs. There was a beatboxer that I watched named Marcus Perez. He was the reason why I started showing an interest in beatboxing. I can't do it for shit. Don't ask me to do it ever. My lips are too damn big. But beatboxing for
I'm sorry.
but
Dude, you gotta save that for when we go do that episode with Guard. You know which one I'm talking about.
Shout out to Guard, bro.
Oh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make that
Sorry.
one. We'll figure that out. I'll be in a
We
McDonald's bumming
have
their
another one
Wi-Fi.
scheduled?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
you didn't. We'll talk to you
Yeah,
more
you
about
guys
it
didn't
after,
tell me
after this is
about
over.
that.
Because we don't want to give
Alright.
any spoilers.
This is how organized we are.
These guys set up a scheduled
They're planning their
stream.
next podcast right now.
They set up a scheduled stream
Yeah,
with
this-
another streamer / YouTuber, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we forgot to tell our editor."
Like I said, Scut is our standard here because, again, by the power of editing, you did not know that for about an hour between trying to get an hour and 15 minutes trying to get this man in here, this man's internet going out, this man's world resetting 5 fucking times, that we finally were able to sit down and start recording without frames dropping and without microphones changing and without costume changes. Aside from one, I only had one costume change this time instead of 12. Be proud of me, please. Head pat. Okay, thank you.
Dude, I told you, I'm not into like.
Hold up, Brandon.
Dude, you know what? I'm telling you, what I see
Brandon.
right now is like one of the default avatars of the skull in the hoodie.
Because again, you're going to because you're on Quest. I'm using a PC avatar that only he can see, and that's all that
these
matters.
guys, so you want head pats? I'm like, okay, I'll go head pat the skull, but
Oh no, I'm asking
know
the
what you
audience
were
to give me a
going
head
for.
pat.
oh,
Yeah, I'm
I thought
asking the
you
audience to
were
give me a head
leaning
pat.
towards
So
me. I was
like,
what the fuck are you asking me for?
I mean,
so audience, this is where I need you to pat your
do I
screen.
need to go full
Pat it,
furry
pat
right
me.
now?
There you go.
we
No.
You
Okay,
need to go
No,
what?
stop.
don't worry about it.
No.
Don't worry
Save
about
it for the next video. We go.
And now we're
they-
gonna-
trust me. Those two go full furry for us.
And now we're gonna
Yes,
hit the
we do.
wall, and we're gonna reel it back. Who here liked Vine? Because I know I'm not the only one.
Yo,
Never signed on once in my life.
I never
I
signed
like the
onto it, but I
like
was
the
like watching it through, like
compilations.
Facebook and stuff. Yeah.
I like
Never
the
watched those either.
compilations.
Heretic. Got it. I will have
You
your
know
blood.
what? You know
What's
why,
funny is
dude?
that he would enjoy it though.
I don't think I would. It was because at that point in my life, I was living very low tech.
I was always outdated on every device. It was always super far behind. Didn't have
how
good
things
internet in our
change.
area. Well, and I'd like to believe I was out refining my comedy and delivery, telling stories, shooting the shit, doing that like parks and playground, hanging out with the friends. I think that's why I'm so good at it these days. I'm also just making
Fucking
shit
nerd.
up. Go back to Vine, please.
Hey guys, everybody like 90% of that's true.
And that's perfectly fine.
Now
It's
you gotta
just
figure out what isn't.
See, I think I just got into Vine because with my ADD ridden ass, I was like, I can't pay attention to too much videos that are too long. I couldn't be bothered to give a shit about. I don't want to watch long form entertainment. I want to get my jollies off right here, right now. And Vine was that perfect way of saying, hey, you got roughly 7 seconds to be as funny or as entertaining as humanly possible. And I found some banger people that still do YouTube videos even after Vine shut down. Like I still watch Marlon Webb, I still watch Daz Black because their YouTube channels fucking slap.
I mean, hell, Marlon Webb's TikTok is not that bad either.
Like his TikTok compilations are legendary. And then I still find it funny how TikTok used to be musically.
Used to be.
Like
It's still a very alive part of the scene.
Oh, very.
Oh, yeah.
I get what you're saying though. That was how it blew up, and I think that was good marketing. They knew who was gonna get it, they knew who was gonna spread it, and they knew how to reach people of that age demographic, make them feel like a pop star. I'll admit, I think DJ's in the same boat. We get a drink or two on us. You give us a microphone, it's a bad combination. Shit's about to go off.
Oh yeah. I think with TikTok, it became such a, I guess you could say it became such a mega platform to where now you had everybody wanting to film wherever they could. Like I'm talking, I've seen, when I still live with my old roommate, I found like these 3 kids filming a TikTok in my backyard. Like they hopped my fence and started filming a TikTok in my backyard, all because my fence was painted, and apparently it was the right color for whatever they needed. And my big dumpy ass, I was ready to go out there and raise some hell, and then my roommate catches my shoulder. The one time he's wanting to be the grown adult and take the high road, he was just like, "Hey, big man, just relax, okay? They're just having some fun." They're having fun in my backyard. I don't even have fun in my backyard. Why do they get to have fun in my backyard?
That sounds like a you problem, Gran Torino.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, I'm glad I went there too.
Granted, minus the racism. Okay,
Wasn't even gonna go there.
I am a man of color.
All
You
right.
just sound as grumpy as Harrison.
You know they
Ford.
would have though.
Yeah.
You know they would have though.
They?
Who's they?
The
Yeah.
voices in your head aren't attacking you.
Yes, they are. Oh, did you say Gran Torino was Harrison Ford?
I thought, wait,
Yes,
it was
he
Clint
did.
Eastwood, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
those
Clint
were-
Eastwood.
Oh my
They're
god.
I
both
swear to-
crotchety old bastards.
Get him. Get him.
You know what? The worst part
Get
is
him.
Clint Eastwood could probably still take me in a fight if we're being completely honest.
100%. He could take on all 4 of us at the same time.
You don't fuck around.
No, you don't. We'd get
No,
that
he
big
does
iron
not.
quick. Oh,
But yeah, so TikTok. And then what other story that I have? A short one. I was Ubering to the bar, and it was a Friday night. It was like 9 o'clock. We go past this gas station. All the lights are off. There's no lights on. They close at 8 o'clock, and we see these these headlights parked and highlight these 2 kids who are dancing. So just to be an asshole, I didn't do it. My Uber driver honks his horn as loud as humanly fucking possible, and he goes, "Fuck you and your TikTok!" And then he just floors the gas and screeches his tires up the road.
5 stars. 5 stars.
I was just like,
stars. He gets
was
the
like,
full.
Hell yeah.
my word. But at that point, I was just like, you know what, TikTok, I can allow, because now I've had time to age since living with my last roommate. and understand it's just entertainment and entertaining, and they weren't in my backyard, so I don't care. But when he did that, I even asked him, "Don't you think that was a little over the top?" And he goes, "I just hate how a lot of these kids will do anything they can to get famous." Like what? They're just dancing for a video. Yeah, but it's gonna go from dancing to all of a sudden throwing somebody off a roof because lol.
The
I mean,
let's.
I
He
mean,
was- he was
he's not
hard
wrong.
180.
He's not.
Well, he was
wrong.
going off
It's
with
not
he was
wrong.
going off with the social experiments that were getting big on TikTok for a while, like especially with the likes of like Gideon, when he would do the social experiment pranks. So we're watching one video. It wasn't Gideon, but this one guy, he would just go to random people in Walmart who had their back turned to him, and he would just go like right up behind them and just go, oh, right into their ear just to see their reaction. And if anybody was like, in case they wanted to quote unquote fight, he was, stanced up in case they wanted to throw down. Like, you're outright being an asshole, and you're gonna get angry for their reaction if it's not what you're looking for. Kind of a dick move.
No, your Uber driver was right.
Ooh.
There's a girl doing life right now because she thought, oh, one moment, my dog got her foot stuck. I'll be right back. You carry on.
While he's doing that,
Before he goes into that one.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah,
Before he does that. Okay, so one real quick story about my experiences with kids on TikTok. Spit. All right, and now,
Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached that portion of the podcast where we get to look at Mikey because he's striking some sort of weird Pilates pose. Everybody stared at him for a couple seconds.
just the way his arms just went one here and then the next one just followed it.
stare.
Bro, you look like that. That's something that Zenyatta would do in the game.
All right, Dunstein. Now,
Respect. Anyway,
back when I worked at
Sorry.
a supermarket in town, I remember once it was a very busy fucking day, and then all of a sudden I just looked down an aisle because I was a stalker for the store, and I just see this group of like two kids with like a phone on one of the shelves in the aisle, pointed at them, and they're just fucking dancing, and then you hear the music going, and you see the phone recording, and you're like, wow, they're just doing that right in the middle of the store. And in the busy aisle, too. They're not giving a fuck. They're just doing it, getting in everyone's way and having a good old time. And I'm like, I'm not paid to do anything, so have fun. I went to a different aisle. But I also want to point out like the fact that what you just said with the Walmart thing. I remember seeing a TikTok of this dude in like, I think it was like one of those big, I guess, boxes in like the middle of the aisle or in between sections, and it was just full of like these big teddy bears. And he dressed up
I know what you're talking about.
in a teddy bear suit. He went into it and he just started throwing like these bouncy balls and shit at this guy, or I meant
throwing, like,
different people, and just yeeting them at people's heads, and just quickly dunking into the box. And they didn't know where the balls came from. They just know they got hit upside the head. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I know you're doing this for the reaction, but you're also being an asshole. But
Oh yeah.
That's my point.
I mean, hell, think
And
about
then-
the other one. The other one, the guy literally, remember that TikTok where someone had like this green brisk and him and his buds just trashing an aisle full of shit just cause, and they're recording the entire thing, and they're like, oh, let me just drink this brisk I haven't paid for, and then just chuck it down the aisle.
Yep.
And it's all for clout.
And there was the quick
Yeah,
click.
was it-
By the way, before I continue, do you have any input, Sensei?
Just with that too, like with all the stupid things. There was another one too where I got it. What was it? They were vandalizing like bathrooms or some shit too.
Oh, I remember
Devious
that.
Licks.
It was like a fucking challenge.
Yeah, it was one of
Devious
those
licks
dumb
where you steal
challenges.
shit.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
fucking thing.
But I
God.
remember. Oh no, the reason I remember is because someone stole the sink from the school bathroom.
Yep,
Like, they ripped
that
it
was
off the
the
fucking
Devious Lake
wall.
challenge.
And I just found it
Yeah,
funny
like,
because
that
people
shit
were
was-
literally recording themselves committing theft,
crimes.
theft, property damage, just a bunch of other shit. And I'm like,
But-
why?
But their saving grace was the fact that they were minors, and so they can't exactly go to prison. They get a slap on the wrist, and that's why, especially my high school, I found this one out. They locked up during this whole devious licks bullshit. My high school that I went to school many a moons ago, they locked up and closed down every single bathroom. If you had to use the bathroom, and I went to a big, very open high school. Like, it wasn't one big building. There was 15 different buildings plus a gym and a library. You had to cross all of campus and go to the library to use the bathroom. And before you use the bathroom, you had to wait for the police liaison officer, both men and women, to escort you into the bathroom to make sure you didn't do shit. So if you're shit shy like I am, you're not going to the bathroom that day.
I'll poop at home.
Oh yeah, holding it.
But then again, I would never do that at the school bathrooms. That's disgusting.
Yeah, neither would I. But there's the fact
Yeah.
that that's the countermeasure that they implemented to stop this type of dumb shit from happening. Which it sucks the fact that it was happening in the first place. But I get it. It's one of those when you're wanting to keep fresh content and up the ante. It went from okay, we're gonna be self-deprecating to ourselves.
Yeah, we'll say content.
Now let's do it to you.
Yeah, and record
What was
ourselves
it?
committing the crimes.
There was this one girl.
People are stupid.
Luckily, it didn't go far, and the internet basically shut her down immediately. But one of the things that she was doing was,
The pink
she
sauce?
would go to this club, put on lipstick.
Okay.
No, she would no, not pink sauce. She would go to this club, put on lipstick, and then randomly start kissing random dudes like shirts in random spots, and called it the relationship test. And it's like, okay, so you're outright wanting to ruin somebody's relationship, or potentially run the risk of ruining somebody's relationship for content.
That's fucked up.
Is this what we're doing?
Oh, dude.
I don't even want to.
No,
I don't even want
fucked.
to know.
That is.
I don't even want to know
I
how many
genuinely, like-
relationships she ruined. I don't want to know.
Even just the potential argument
I
wouldn't
hate
even be
people like
worth
that.
it.
Yeah, that automatically
Yeah.
would. That automatically, even if they still continue the
That'd be
relationship, that would develop trust issues.
It's basically the first seed of trust issues. That pissed me off.
See, that's why, and I know Mikey had something to add before he left. Do you remember what it is?
Oh yeah, no, there was a. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna try to be careful with this one because it is a really bad story. There was a TikToker who was playing with a firearm and is now short a friend. That's how like.
Oh, I
and
remember
it
that
wasn't
one.
for.
I remember that one.
Yeah. And they're gone.
Yikes.
They're in jail for a very long time. And unfortunately, I feel weird jumping back into the conversation, with the kind of a heavy note like that. But I think with
fine.
how fast and how successful this media platform was, it unfortunately didn't give parents the chance to learn and develop and have that skill set to prep their kids for it. So in one sense, I get where the Uber driver was coming from. He was right. This was going to cause issues. But at the same time, I think people have seen what can happen, have gotten better about it, because now you're not getting those crazy trends of stealing stuff or licking ice cream containers or hanging off the side of semis. You're not seeing all that crazy stuff anymore. What? That was a real thing.
The hang out the side of semis. I've seen videos of that, like in India, where they're packing on 100 people onto this truck, and there's people literally riding on the roof and then hanging onto the sides, and they were making it work. It was fantastic to look at.
Yeah, that's just how you do it.
But then again, they're professionals.
They're
And
trained
with-
I mean,
professionals.
okay, can I bring it down
And with
to a
most
lighter note?
things, yeah,
Okay, so
that's what I was trying to do.
I also want to bring up a different kind of, I guess, controversy on TikTok about this lady who was making a product, her own little product, and it was called pink sauce. If you know, you know. It was disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
And it was not approved by any sort of government agency or the government agency for food or
FDA.
anything. The FDA, there you go. It was not approved by FDA at all. And every nutritional fact and anything on that was completely fucking false and made up by her. And even the ingredients were pretty freaking sketch. And on top of that, people were buying these
Oh, shit, I
freaking
forgot to mute.
bottles of pink sauce, and the packaging that they came in through the mail were just basically just a bag. And we're talking about a sauce, a food item that's been in probably a very hot truck, especially because it was during the summer. It was during the summer, and it was a very hot mailing truck with inside a packaging, just a bag which could get squished, and some bottles were squished, and the inside the sauce were all in the bag, and then fermenting in the heat, and it's just like all kinds of crazy dumb stuff. And people actually bought this sauce.
Some cucumber slices in it.
Thankfully, everyone was calling her out on this, especially on YouTube. And basically, people started to not buy this stuff, thankfully, and just saw through the crap. I think by now she's shut down. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if she's still doing it.
I know what you're talking about. She is currently shut down. And the only reason why I know this because I didn't know anything about the pink sauce until I saw Critical's video where he was trying to recreate it, and that's what he said. She's shut down.
Okay, thankfully she is shut down. But
Luckily.
yeah, that right there was a really sketchy moment for TikTok because someone was actively selling a very most likely not safe product on their site.
By the way, when I say recreate it, anybody that knows Moist Critical, he is a very funny comical person on YouTube. He was not actually trying to recreate it to actually brandish it and sell it. It was him and his buddies taking the piss out of the lady that made it in the first place, and the atrocity that they made looked 10 times better than what she made, and they did it on purpose.
For a second, I thought you were going to say they just took a bottle of Pepto-Bismol, put it in a bottle of ranch, and called it pink sauce.
There was Pepto-Bismol, there was ranch, there was also Worcestershire sauce, and there was also
Worcestershire sauce.
Ketchup.
Yeah, how do we actually? How do you say that right? Like, is that the right way to say it?
It's called, as a guy that lives in New England, I know everybody's gonna take the piss out of it, but the city it came from the city of Worcester. It's spelled Worcester, but it's pronounced Worcester, so it's just Worcestershire or Shire.
Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah,
sauce.
So it's just Worcester sauce. You can say Worcestershire, Worcestershire, or just Worcester sauce. They'll know what you're talking about.
Okay.
The three things
I live in Massachusetts.
People have a hard time saying: "I love you," "Thank you," and Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
The other one is like, "What the dog doing?" They still never said what the dog's doing.
No, they never said.
I want to know.
Doing.
Yeah, how's the dog doing?
Speaking of, what are you doing down here?
What the dog
Bugs Bunny always said, "What up, dog?" But he never said, "How are you?"
I felt my whole chair get rocked to the side. I'm like, "What is that?"
You have two bowls.
Which one was it?
Itasha, the one I helped out a minute ago, being a pain, as it were,
as usual.
As usual.
Going on to a lighter note, because I know the last 20 almost 25 minutes we've been talking about nothing but catastrophe. Ultimately, I will say this because I'm pretty sure we might be getting close to time. At the end of the day, I love social media. I love all these entertainment platforms because it's made whatever type of entertainment you're looking for, you can find it somewhere, whether it be on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. I follow some people on Snapchat to where some of their shit is quite entertaining to me. Like some vlogging on Snapchat. I never thought that I would see the day. And I'm sitting there like, oh, so-and-so updated. And I will stare down at my phone. I did that at the bar last night during my buddy's birthday party. I was watching for those that remember old school Face Clan, I was watching one of Haz's clips, and that was just like a
Oh
happy
my
birthday. I'll be back.
god,
Give me 5 minutes.
Has. Haven't heard that guy's name in a while.
Has been.
Basically, but we
Dude,
love him still.
I forgot. Dude, I'm gonna be real. I forgot Snapchat was a thing.
Oh yeah, but yeah, Ninja's gonna start
It
streaming.
still
Check
is
it out, really.
apparently.
Oh yeah, but so I love the fact that all of these platforms will give you some form of outlet of entertainment. No matter what you're looking for, you can find it. Kind of like how we said in one of our VR chat podcasts. There's copious amounts of entertainment out there. All you have to do is type in a word, and you can go there. Now it's just a matter of what do you want to do, and where do you want to go. Now, real quick, editor.
Yes.
What's the time?
Okay, hold on. You're gonna see me twist.
While he's doing that,
Dude,
can I
seeing
make a
Twitch
counter
Channel.
argument to Deej's thing?
Yes.
We're
So,
on time.
I think on the other end of the spectrum, you got I the way I look at it is as much shit we can talk. There's no denying that now there's so many outlets for people who do want to be creative. Whether you want to make HD hyper realistic furry art, whether you want to turn wrenches and build a twin turbo 3-liter V6 diesel, whether you want to do oh my god, what was the one guy we were talking to? The airsofters who had all their crazy tactical gear and all their squad set up.
Mhm.
There's something for you. If you want to make that, you can do that now. And I think that's a really cool thing, that especially with how accessible it is. More often than not, all you need is a cell phone, and not even a very good one. Like mine has cracks in the screen and it's still doing the job just fine.
Oh, but
That's
overheats.
something like was one of our first TikToks. like one of our first TikToks for the NoSkill channel was
109.
I know.
It's
I'm
understanding.
giving you shit.
like one of our first TikToks on the channel. It was just Mikey filming a bunch of classic cars driving by with some music in the background, and that got to like what 30,000 views.
That would be Adrian.
No,
Yes.
3,950, and Adrian did that.
And that is numbers that I've never thought I'd ever see to any channel that I've been associated with. Then when we upload some of our shorts where it's just us making dumb, stupid little skits and uploading them to the YouTube channel, and they get hundreds of thousands of views. And I think that's insane. I love it. Because even though I'm a part of this channel, I do find it quite entertaining. I will watch. I'm saying
don't worry, I'm
hundreds
working
of
on that
thousands.
one.
I.e., 102,000s.
I'm gonna shoot DJ out of a cannon.
I'm down actually. But I love the fact that even though yes, I'm attached to this channel and I'm a part of it, I do watch our our content because I do find us like entertaining. Like I am a fan of us. And so again, that just goes back to the whole, whether you are perusing the newest dance on TikTok, or you're watching the Apex Legends tournament that Twitch Rivals is having on Twitch, or you're watching some the cooking lady on YouTube, sweet lady, I love her accent. There's some form of entertainment that anybody can get down with. Like, can we agree on that? Like, there's some form of entertainment that you can get down with on this platform that we call everything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, I think we've been running for at least an hour and a half.
Yeah, we're definitely there.
All right, and on that note, it's outro time. Woo-hoo! All right, here we go. This is my favorite part of the day. Not really, but it has been really fun gathering around this campfire and singing our campfire song. You know what I mean? But real talk, I always love sitting down and hanging out and just shooting the shit with the boys, because again, we can't stay on topic to save our lives, and don't ever expect us to do so. We will say we will, but we won't. On that note, I've been this goddess DJ over here. Kung Pao into the fist. Frazier.
Yeah,
I was about to say, you got to say some words too. Don't just shadow box. Say
no,
bye.
it was funny because I did say bye. I accidentally hit the mute button as I was saying bye.
I had a feeling.
I mean, it's on brand.
All right, and then the editor that answers to Jameson, Spider-Man. Darv.
See ya. It's been fun.
At least wave to the people, goddamn. There you go. Now you seem more personable.
Now he just looks annoyed.
And then at the very end, Willem Dafoe himself, the Goblin, Mikey.
So it's been fun as always. I've greatly enjoyed myself, but I have to flex a little bit as when I left for my break, I managed to hit Dirtle with Command Rakdos right as he started the intro for his scream, and the F-bomb that followed was so mighty. I'm so proud of myself. And now when he watches this, he'll be reminded of it. So I hope you all can relish in this moment with me.
Welcome, Turtle Kingdom. We love you. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, heathens and sheathens, ladies and germs, we've been NoSkill Entertainment. We've been talking to you. We've been talking to you for the last hour and a half, and now we're going to go hang out. We're going to go do something. All right. As per usual, there's some buns in the comment section down below. Do whatever the hell you want with them, and we will see you in the next one.